Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the channel, the Shotgun Shogun. I'm joined here by Deity, and I know you guys have been waiting for this. It's been a little bit after the Champions Cup. Hopefully you guys have watched through all of those videos, but we're going to be announcing the brackets for the Shotgun Shogun September Showdown 1K tournament. That's right, this is the big tournament. Previous tournament, the Champions Cup, small fries, little league. This is the big leagues here. We did get one winner out of the Champions Cup who will be in this tournament. We will be talking about him much later on. A lot of people already know everything that he's bringing to the table. Maybe. I've actually been talking to a few people that said that as soon as the tournament was over, he hit the lab to drastically shift the way that he plays because, well, everybody saw a lot of what he brought to the table in the tournament. But that's not what we're talking about here. 32 contestants, one winner. Today we're going to be talking about 8 of them, and these 32 people in this tournament, some of the biggest players in the entire game. We have representation from the Asia server. We have representation, I believe, from the Korea server. Mostly a lot of global players, but these are huge names and massive free-to-play players. These guys are probably some of the most free-to-play players in the entire game, but they come with the skill to back up everything that they have, and I'm just super excited to get into this. Our first one though, D-Derp Turtle, coming from Life. We're gonna see a lot of Life players in this. We're gonna see a lot of Cheat Fleet. We're gonna see some Mori players, which used to be Trap House, which I found out afterwards because I was like, who is Mori? Found out that they renamed themselves. But Derp Turtle, if you guys do ever check out the official live streams, you will see Derp Turtle in the chat in there. Probably best known for being the absolute biggest Acades lover in the entire game. As a matter of fact, had an opportunity to go up against Team Acades lover in the Sky King tournament. However, unfortunately, Derp did not pick Acades, betraying all of my hopes and dreams as well as my trust. But last season placed up in the top 20 of Legends, so automatically right out the gate, you know the dude can put his money where his mouth is. He says his favorite go-to pick is Charles, but I think that we know that that's incorrect because it is absolutely Acades, 100%. Most known for Acades. Plays a lot of bruiser DPS. Very strong player. Every time I've seen D-Derp Turtle play, just very strong, very confident player. Bullies me. I think I've only played him a couple times on the actual ladder, but I do remember being bullied most of the time, and a lot of times I did see the Acades pick and I'm like, this will be fine. It was not actually fine in any way, shape, or form. So Deity, what is your history with the D-Derp Turtle?
So, the original preseason of RTA, I'm an EU server, so I thought I was going to be behind going in, and when I first started playing, I started doing really well, and I was winning back to back to back. I won it was 10, 12 games in a row. I was like, holy cow, I'm climbing fast, this is great. And then I matched up against D-Derp Turtle, and back then, that was the first time I experienced true whale. I got destroyed. It was something. He was the first person that I literally couldn't touch, and it put Epic7 into perspective for me as to 1, what I need to work on, 2, I was just what I need to work on. I don't know. It was a very game-changing experience for me. But also his Acades copy pasta that roams around Twitch. We cannot read it here because it is
absolutely not.
A bit sus, but I don't know if he came up with that. I'm not sure, but wouldn't be surprised.
I fully expect to see the Acades copy pasta come out in the first game. These are the first games matches as well. We are going from top to bottom. But who is our next one, Deity?
So our next player is HEISDARKNESS. I think it's how you say hi, sir.
I'm pretty sure it's He Is Darkness, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, see, I always call him Heis.
If either way, I always call him Darkness because it's just easier, right?
Yeah, it's a safe one. Okay, so he is Darkness. That makes a lot of sense. But he is actually from Shogun's guild.
That's right.
And
We
which
stole
means he's
him.
on the gold server. You stole him?
Yeah, actually, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I did not know that. But his previous last rank for the RTA season was Legend rank 50, so he does have that Legend border. Most of the players in this tournament have that Legend border from season 1. So his favorite go-to pick is Euphine. I have not fought Darkness in a long time, so I've not actually personally seen that Euphine. I'm guessing it's an SSB counter.
So I don't know that it is Green Euphine. I believe he's referring to Holiday Euphine. He has been playing. The thing I know about Darkness is that he's very well known for dragons. He loves Fallen Cecilia. He loves the Euphines. Doesn't use Luna as far as I'm aware, but
I don't know how he would.
Yeah. Regardless, he loves himself some dragons. Very, very strong condom player. Every time I've ever fought him previously, because we always had a good friendship because he lurked in my streams quite a bit. So we would always talk a little bit after we met each other on the ladder. Dude was an absolute fortress. And it made me have to try to build some tank breakers whenever I would have to go up against him. Just his SSB was an absolute brick house of a wall. Yeah, and it was really good. He is definitely a very, very solid player.
And he hates Faithless Litica. I know that. I hate her as well. That's why I always pick her. But I feel bad that I don't think Heist has her yet. Hopefully, the upcoming banner, he can get her, and then he doesn't have to worry about her anymore.
But I don't know that he would even... I don't even know if he would use her, though, as much
Probably
as he
not.
does dislike her. It'd be like me and Crow, right? I don't use Crow, even though I should.
Or Arby.
Or Arby, right?
Yeah.
I don't use either one, and that is why I am a bad player. Unlike SHIOK, who is our next contestant on the 1K tournament. Very super strong player coming from the Asia server, legend rank 50 plus. Go-to pick is Lilius, and I have gotten dumpstered by that Lilius a time or two. Most known for Asia server representative. I was unaware of that. Most known for me of just dumpstering me every time I have ever ran into SHIOK. Now, I have actually beaten SHIOK a time or two, but I don't know if they gave it to me, and that's one of the problems. Sometimes I feel like I get it given to me, like Suck has yielded to me multiple times before I could yield out. But SHIOK is one of those players that, and we were talking about this before the video, where when you beat that person, you just walk away with that just victory, right? SHIOK, very impressive. Every time I've ever fought SHIOK, very, very strong. Plays Bruiser mostly, but variable Bruiser. I do believe I added a little, like the Falconer Quarry that SHIOK runs, a little on the rough side. Dumpsters me pretty often, but that's also Falconer Quarry, right? One of the most picked unit in the Champions Cup. But definitely very big name, very big player. Super looking forward to this one.
For preseason, he was also ranked 1 or 2 the entire preseason.
Yeah.
He was putting in the grind, and I fought him a couple times. The first time I fought him, he tried to dark horse me. I beat him, and I never beat him again after that. He never beat him versus me.
Yeah, but, it's interesting in preseason too, because I feel like a lot of people are just trying things out, right? So it's like you beat them in preseason, and it's kind of like, okay, well, it was preseason, right? Yeah. You know, they were playing around with something not sweaty. Now it's like, it's real time. It's real sweaty hours, and you're just kind of like, they just come in, they're like, and done. Just be gone with you. So definitely looking forward to this one, mostly because of who SHIOK is going to be fighting.
So who SHIOK is going to be fighting is AITHERBULGE. AITHERBULGE, we all know him as the Bulge.
The
I
Bulge.
believe he won Kaz's tournament. I think.
I think so.
Pretty
If
sure
not, like placed very high in
he was
them.
very high, but I'm pretty sure he did win that. I used to fight AITHERBULGE on the ladder all the time. Not all the time, but the first 2 times I fought him, I beat him. And then now he has me locked down because he has so many units built so well. He has the perfect counters for me. I don't know how I beat him. I don't know how anyone's gonna beat him. But SHIOK, they're both always at the top of the ranking.
Now I remember when I was started climbing and taking RTA seriously last season, it was AITHERBULGE and then Code.
Yeah,
and those were the two at
too.
the top, like forever. And then Code took his break, and then it was just AITHERBULGE for the longest time. And it's like, I think I've only fought AITHERBULGE a handful of times. I think I beat him 1 time, and that was just because my ML Tywin like was popping off like crazy. But yeah, no, very, very strong player. He's another one of those ones that you run into and you're like, I have to take this seriously. This is, it's sweat time. Let me grab my extra deodorant because I'm going to need it for this fight. Definitely looking forward to those. You were right. He does have a lot of units built, and it's very awesome because the flexibility there of just being able to shift your draft mid-draft, right? Like tease maybe a tank draft and then just goes immediately into like tank cleave, right?
Yeah, that's what he does to me. Because I used to CC him every time I fought him, and it was a free win for me back then. And now he's adapted. He's got his anti-CC units, his high effectors units. He's got his dodging units, his MRSA. Destroyed me the other day.
I know you weren't going to say Rylet because I mean we all know that Rylet doesn't dodge.
Yeah, Rylet's versus superior unit there.
And that's actually something like with the players that are going to be in this tournament, right? Is that these players are on such a level that they can just completely shift gears mid-draft and just pull something crazy out. I mean, we saw some crazy drafts in just the Champions Cup, and after talking to people, I'm like, I can't imagine what we're going to see come out of some of these players. Because, I mean, even AITHERBULGE is like primary playstyle, cleave bruiser tanks.
He like, put everything.
You know, the only thing he's missing is like control, right? And he probably didn't put that there because he was like, oh, yeah. It's like, oh, I'm not going to tell everybody all of my secrets. Actually, that was something as soon as we started doing the videos the last time, people started just changing their answers to the questionnaire. They're like, yo, can I change this? I don't want everybody to know what it is that I'm putting out there. But a lot of us who fight these guys on the ladder know. A lot of the people in this tournament know what the other ones play, right? Speaking of, we have MELLONA coming up next, and this one's going to be an actually pretty good one too. MELLONA placed Legend rank 7 last season, and I mean, at the end, that was real sweaty, right? To place in top 10, you are crazy good, right? Favorite go-to pick is Lilius, most known for Holy Sack Lilius, and mostly plays CC Bruisers. Now, I believe MELLONA locked me down quite often with Dizzy. Had a pretty just brutal Dizzy. I don't know that I've ever fought against the Lilius. I usually either pick or ban Liliuses a lot when I come up against them. But I do know that I've fought MELLONA quite a few times. Also another a wife guild representative, but definitely a very strong player.
For CC Bruiser, I'm guessing I haven't fought MELLONA. I don't know if I've ever fought MELLONA actually. But I'm guessing they're an ML Tywin user. They're CC/Bruiser.
I mean, who isn't an ML Tywin user that likes to win?
Yeah, I just have a feeling it's a high effectiveness ML Tywin build.
Oh, possibly. For sure. For sure. And those are some of the scariest ones, right? The ones that like you bring your Ruel in and then you're like, oh, my 250 effect resist Ruel, nothing's gonna stop this. And ML Tywin's just like, huh, bold of you to make that assumption, as he just continuously stuns you over and over and over again. But no, everything I've known about Mellona, very super strong player. Really looking forward to seeing this fight against who, Deity?
Big Boner.
Big Boner.
Eska himself, aka Big Boner. So Eska, he's always been in Twitch chat. Most of you guys know him. He competes in every tournament.
Yep.
He's very, very strong. He's always feared when he comes in. When people have to fight him, sometimes they drop out of the tournament and say, never mind, I don't want to be in this round. So I don't think we have to worry about that with Mellona, luckily, because every player in this tournament is very strong. But he says he was ranked 45, and he posted a screenshot to prove it. So he is also, all of these players have the legend border. They're all insane. His favorite go-to pick is Alencia. It's going to be the extremely probably 300 crit damage. Alencia that doesn't. Have you fought Big Boner?
Yeah, I've fought Big Boner a couple times.
So
but I believe every time I've ever fought him, I've always taken Alencia, because there for a long time, my first pick was always Alencia.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever ran up against his Alencia. Now, the interesting thing here is he's most known for 6-starring every unit in the game, along with plus 15ing all 3-star units. That is insane, because that's actually something that like I've been working on. I took a break and started working on 6-starring 2 stars, because, well, 2 stars are OP. All of the Angaras eventually going to be 6 stars, so I can just bring Angara teams. But that's super impressive. And you know what? The one big thing about that, I think, is that you don't 6-star every unit without kind of looking into them, right? I mean, so some people might, but I feel like when you are that dedicated to building everything in the game, you know what a lot of things do, right? This dude does Resident Sleeper Bruiser CC. I love Bruiser CC. Bruiser CC is probably like one of my favorite things to watch. So yeah, this is gonna be real good. Like you said, a lot of times when Big Boner comes into tournaments, just very oppressive player, just usually dumpsters through the first couple of rounds. But against Mellona, neither one of these two can like take this. Like, actually nobody in this tournament is gonna just be like, win. Oh, free win, easy peasy. This is gonna be you know, a joke of a fight. So definitely looking forward to that. The next one up is going to be HYPERIONDAWN, and I've actually fought HYPERIONDAWN quite a few times last season in the ladder. Another cheat fleet representative. He was ranked 60 legend last season. Favorite go-to pick is Falconeer Quarry. Surprising. Not too many people pick Falconeer Quarry these days. Very underrepresented character. Not oppressive in any way, shape, or form, but apparently most known for being a standard challenger player, even though he was in legend, which, you know, hey, if you can fake it till you make it in legend as a challenger player, good on you, my dude.
Honestly, the challenger players are the scariest, because you don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
So I guess that's what he's saying, is he has a playstyle that you never know what he's going to do. He's
hey,
gonna bring out something weird and win every time.
If you can confuse yourself, you can confuse your enemy, right? That just keep him on the back foot. Does play Bruiser, so would expect to see, you know, Falconeer Quarry first picks out of him. You know, very standard Bruiser player. Every time I've ever fought him, it's been Bruiser versus Bruiser. So
I wonder if he goes for the fast Wagner Clary, or if he goes for the middle ground super tank that actually. I
actually have noticed a lot more people are moving to the Bruiser semi-fast Falconeer Clary.
Like 250, 260.
Yeah, because. Especially if you can slap immunity on them, right? That gives you the opportunity to strip any potential buffs be a little bit more disruptive, right?
Can't get Assassin Sid or anything
Yeah.
to knock you back right away.
Yeah, exactly. But the next person is actually probably one of the people that I am like most looking forward to watching.
So Tatsuni is going to be HYPERIONDAWN's opponent. Tatsuni, he's what I know him for is his A Ravi, which is funny because that's what he put as his favorite go-to pick, and what he's most known for is his he said A Ravi, but it's Apocalypse Ravi. He puts his best gear on her for sure. He does like more of he used to do more of a high attack build instead of high HP, just so his APOC Ravi can just one shot basically anything, and that's what I learned about Tatsuni from, is he tried to help me make mine. I couldn't do it. His gear quality is insane. I don't know how he does it, but he was somewhere in Legend. I believe he does also have the don't know exactly. He says he doesn't know his exact rank because he overslept reset, but he still got the frame. So that's how high up he was.
That he didn't even have to try the last day. Yeah, no, for sure. The one thing I know about Tatsuni is Tatsuni, much like myself, was using a Tywin before a Tywin was cool. I remember him in, I forget whose tournament it was. Maybe it was Sky King's original tournament. But he was in the finals, and his counter Elbrus high damage a Tywin was just dumpstering things, and everybody was like, at that point was like, holy crap, I can't believe that this dude is picking a Tywin. A Tywin is doo-doo, guys. Like, everybody on Reddit said that a Tywin's garbage. Why is this guy winning with a Tywin? And I'm like, see, but nobody still believed me even after he won. I remember at the time everybody was like, this guy has the best account in the game, like the most insane gear. Now granted, since then people like Nom Nom Bunny came along and a couple others. I don't know how his stuff is now. I know that when I talked to him earlier about the tournament, he said he's gonna kind of shake the rust off a little bit because he didn't really do much during preseason. I actually got the opportunity to fight him in the ladder just the other day. Really amazing match. It was a butt clencher for me, for sure, because I saw the name come up and I'm just like, oh crap, this dude he's back in the lab, he's getting ready for the tournament. It was an amazing fight. And but yeah, no, so I'm super looking forward to seeing what he does, and if he does bring out the A Ravi. We haven't seen much A Ravi in RTA. She fell off a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him. I haven't fought him since season 1, but every time I did, I think I only beat him once, and it was with Vivian. But other than that, he's all of these players are so strong. There's no easy match. Every single one going in, I feel like if you try to guess the winner, you're going to be wrong on 80% of them.
Yeah, and the big thing too is like the first round, best of one.
Yeah,
like is real rough, right? Because you got to bring your triple S plus game and like make 0 mistakes and hope that the RNG is in your favor on that one. So it's going to be real sweaty, but those are our first 8 contestants. We will have more videos going over the rest of them for sure, but already you can see that the quality and the caliber of people that we are bringing to this is just absolutely insane. Like, I'm gonna have a hoarse throat after this just from oh my god, is this actual real life? Just freaking out. I'm gonna have to stand way far away from the mic so it doesn't peak. I mean, like I was saying, we saw just absolutely disgusting, amazing gameplay out of the Champions Cup. And I can only imagine what we're going to see out of this one. I'm super, super hyped for it. But like I said, legendary Shotgun Shogun September Showdown 1K tournament will be taking place on the 19th and the 20th, starting very sharply at 2 p.m. Eastern. We will have a pre-show starting probably about 30 minutes beforehand where we talk about the competitors, talk about some of our, on the 20th, we'll talk about some of our favorite matches from the day before. There will be prizes for chat. There's going to be giveaways in there. First place, $500, and then we go from there. Also, depending, we might actually have a little bit more. I have talked to a couple people about that, but it's going to be a huge event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are over there. As also, make sure you follow Deity. Deity will be co-casting alongside of the one and only Cafe Kaz, who we will also be doing some videos with, going over some of the contestants as well. But if you guys haven't yet, like, fave, subscribe the video. Tell me down below, out of these 8 contestants, who are you most rooting for? We will be actually taking a popularity poll from the comments section on each of the videos to talk about who out of those brackets are the most likely to win per YouTube comment section. Let's see if you guys are more right than Twitch chat or Discords. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit the bell notification, do all the YouTube things. And again, go follow Deity. All of his information is down in the description. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace.
Crack it.